of course. He left the club in 2022, where he had been sporting director for a decade. But if he was to go back, his new position, we understood, would sit above that. He has gone back. He is back. And in the last few moments, Liverpool and he have been issuing some statements. Michael Edwards is going to be the new CEO of football, the Chief Executive Officer of football. What's that kind of title suggest to you?
God knows.
He says, I'm very grateful for the opportunity. It was vital that if I did return, and he has, it had to be with renewed vigour and energy.
And more money.
With Liverpool, here we go. With Liverpool, I will oversee the required reinforcement of football operations with a number of essential leadership positions needing urgent attention. Urgent attention. I fully understand that it comes with great expectations, and I therefore intend to identify, hire and subsequently empower leaders who meet and embody the club's values and ambitions.
Very good.
I'm looking forward to getting started.
Good.
So he's back in the door. Liverpool know what they're getting. Mike knows what he's getting into.
More
and
money.
It seems everybody's happy all round. Well, more money or not, but I mean, he's familiar with the club. He's so familiar with the club that...
What's the old rule?
Go on.
Never go back. You left for a reason. Maybe the circumstances will remain the same and the reasons that you left may come to the fore again. Or maybe, given the opportunity for more money and a bigger title and a bigger role and more authority and autonomy, coming at a time when it's a key component part of... Liverpool are going to need to maintain a very high line because they're about to lose one of the most influential managers they've ever had. He's up there with Shankly and people of that ilk in terms of the history of Liverpool, Kenny Dalglish. And so with that in mind, it's really important that they have some very significant thinking about who's going to make decisions about who's going to replace him and what that looks like, because you will not get another Jurgen Klopp. You need to get someone to do something differently. And now Bill Shankly morphing into Bob Paisley and Bob Paisley morphing into Joe Fagan or Ronnie Moran is okay because you've got a very different football club at that time. Liverpool has been created in the image of Jurgen Klopp, certainly the football team. And so this is a big decision. And if Michael Edwards was in part one of the reasons why Klopp landed there in the first place and one of the reasons why Klopp recruited so well and successful, then it makes some sensible thinking to bring him back in a bigger capacity, maybe remove some of the reasons that he left and give him renewed vigour, because he's now going to be kingmaker. He's a kingmaker.
It's a hell of an important time to go in, isn't it?
It's a hell of an opportunity for him.
Yeah.
Because he gets to if he is responsible for the recruitment of a successful successor to Klopp, then he's golden.
Yeah. You said that well, and it's not easy to say. A successful successor
to Klopp. He's golden.
A couple of people came up to me yesterday, Simon, talking about the show, talking about you.
Doing what?
But they also said to me, what about that referee? Do you see that referee at the weekend? I was like, referring to what? Well, it was referring to this. During a half-time, during Crystal Palace's draw with Luton Town, the referee, who was the Premier League debutant, the referee Sonny Singh Gill.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw it, but he was signing autographs at halftime before he went back out onto the field of play.
Right.
As I say, he made history by becoming the first referee of British South Asian descent.
And that's what we should be focusing on.
To oversee a Premier League fixture.
Diversity working.
But they were both saying to me, what about the ref signing autographs? Did you see it? Signing autographs.
Did they?
Yeah, he was signing autographs. I looked at it again this morning. Is there anything wrong with it?
Did he affect his performance in the second half? Did he make any decisions that were wrong? Was his performance not up to a level? Because those are the salient points. Whether we agree that referees are worthy of autographs, that's upon the person that's asking him for an autograph. And whether we think Mike Dean is the reference point, given some of his revelations that he reveals in the discussion that I had with him, I'm not entirely sure.
Well, former referee Mike Dean, former head of refs, wasn't he? And he's now on Sky Sports, amongst other places. We met him in Qatar. He had breakfast with me on a number of occasions. He's saying, hang on, not so fast. He says, as far as whether or not he signed autographs as a referee, Mike Dean said, I did. After about 300 games. I don't see the point. He said, he's on a hiding to nothing. He's talking about Singill now. He's on a hiding to nothing now. If something happens in the second half, which I'll guarantee the way refereeing goes sometimes, but you don't sign autographs, maybe when you're warming up before the game, but not at half time, when you've got a game to do. It's just bang out of order, says Mike Dean.
Well, I don't know if it's bang out of order. I mean, bang out of order is probably not watching the monitor on a VAR game. That's bang out of order. But the point is is that making a judgment call about signing an autograph before. So let me get this logic right. It's okay to sign it before a game when you've made bad decisions in the first half, but it's not okay to sign it in the middle of a game where you might make bad decisions in the second half.
He was doing okay. And he gets himself to half-time, and it turns out he did all right in the second half. But he might not have done all right in the second half.
But didn't Mike Dean just say about signing autographs before the game rather than the middle of it? So he signs autographs before the game and goes to have a stinker of a first half. How does that make any difference to signing autographs in the middle of the game and having a stinker of a second half?
I suppose it's like players swapping shirts at half-time, isn't it? It's something you don't do.
But what the premise of it is that he doesn't think he should be signing autographs because he only started signing autographs until after he'd done 300 games. But it is, isn't it? If you look at it.
Probably. I think Mike Dean is saying, don't do it. Effectively, in the middle of a game.
Well, look, probably with the benefit of hindsight, possibly not. Is it bang out of order?
Probably not.
That's as silly, isn't
probably
it?
Not.
It's not ideal.
No, it's probably not.
And referees should probably try to keep away from that side of things.
Yeah.
But they are a big part of the game. I do want to see referees' personalities and the media side of referees' opportunity to be enhanced so that people can value them in the confines of the game. And that will necessarily lead to such things as autographs being sought.
I wonder what he signed, like best wishes, Sonny Singill.
I don't know.
Something
But
like
isn't
that.
it? But by the same token, it may well be some young fan that aspires to be a referee.
True.
And that's what we want, isn't it? The next gen of referees coming through so they can be as gormless as Joe out there.
Yeah, assistant producer
On his day off on
Joe
Friday,
would
but
like
no one
to be a
else is there.
referee, but there's no chance of that ever happening. Anyway, the lad in question got his autograph. Sonny Singill went out and refereed the second half pretty darn well. Have you ever been asked for your autograph?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
Have you ever declined?
No. Fortunately, in this world of privilege where we get to be in the public domain, whether it's being a football club owner or in the media, you often get asked for your autograph. And I think that people should always give the time.
Yeah.
Always give the time, because there'll be a day where they don't ask for it.
It was funny, that Welsh fan in Qatar didn't want your autograph.
No, he didn't want me to autograph anything.
He wanted to knock you out.
He wanted me to do something else.
It's 12:30.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.